Welcome everyone. Good morning. Before we start, can we do some warm-ups first because it's still morning, right? Okay, so I want you all to give yourself a clap, but in this pattern. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You guys get it? Okay, now everyone raise up your hand. Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. One last time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, good job. Okay, before we start, let me introduce myself first. So actually, although I'm teaching design, but actually my background is in digital marketing. So I have a 4 years experience in digital marketing, and I have spent over 6 figures in online advertising. So when we spend this kind of amount, what we need is a lot of content, right? It can either be in poster form or in video form, right? So throughout this experience, can you imagine if you want to spend, for example, like 10K in advertising per month, how many posters will you need? Have you guys calculated it before? Normally, who here is advertising online? Okay, thank you. Can you raise up your hand? Anyone advertise online, Facebook ads? Yes? Okay. Normally, how much budget will you put on one ad? How much budget? Per day. 50. 50 per ad, huh? If you spend let's say 200 ringgit per day, then at least you need 4 content, because one content 50 ringgit ma. Normally how much you guys spend per day? 50 only, 100, 200 per day. 100 lah. Okay. Because most of you still you guys have offline shows, right? Offline programs. So for us who advertise fully online, we can spend until multiple thousand per day. So when at that point we really need a lot of contents. What's this? Wait, 1 minute. So that's why throughout my experience, I even launched my own Canva online course in 2024, and I have taught more than 3,000 students and managed to get over 500 customers. So these are some of the pictures that I managed to get during my offline course. So by the way, there's a fun fact here. So that's this Leng Chai here, actually he is a chairman of a public listed company. Then I'm quite curious, how come a public listed company, the boss want to attend Canva course? He's so busy already, he want to do design himself. Cannot be, right? So can you guys try to guess why? Why all the boss? Actually, this picture are all this. This is Spark, if you guys know it, Spark Liang, and then there are a lot of other high profile, high net worth people here. Can you imagine why they asked me? Actually, they asked me to conduct specially for all the bosses. They have like a community, some kind of community. So I conducted an offline course for them. But can you imagine why I need to conduct a design course for the bosses? Can you guys, anyone want to guess? Try to think.
The boss don't trust his own employee.
Don't trust his own employee. Okay, almost there. Very good. Because the reason is almost there. Because when the designer present to the boss the the design, the posters, and then the boss will think like macam something wrong, but you cannot express, because you know nothing about design. So they cannot express. That's why even they want to scold the designer also cannot, because designer will argue with you. Who is the designer? I am the designer, not you, right? So that's why they asked me to specially conduct an offline course for them Okay, so that they know how to judge if a design is good or not. Okay, this is one of the topic that we will learn today also. Because if you don't know how to judge, okay, no matter what kind of tools you use, Canva, or even you use Photoshop, Illustrator, or how advanced the tool is, if you don't know how to judge if if the poster is good, okay, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all which tool you use. Okay? Okay, so let's see. Okay, here are some of my portfolios. Okay, so as you all know, Canva is I call it a one-stop platform. Okay, for example, have you all used PowerPoint before? Yes, right. Okay, PowerPoint is mainly for presentations. Okay, then there are certain other apps for certain what we call the projects. Okay, so certain projects. But Canva, you can do presentation. Okay, you can do ads, posters. You can do content. You can even edit video if you want. But I don't recommend you use Canva to edit video lah. Okay, so here are some of my why? Okay, good question. Because there are another app called CapCut, okay, which is specially developed to design video. Okay, it's very easy to use. So it's like the video editing version of Canva.
Is there any difference between both apps?
Yes, exactly. So yes, definitely. In terms of video editing. Alright, so here are some of my portfolios, but mostly, most of them are in Chinese. Okay, so this one, the first one is like your property ads poster. The second one is for Malaysia Day. Okay, a poster for Malaysia Day. So I believe that no matter which industry are you in, okay, Malaysia have a lot of festivals, right? Chinese New Year, Hari Raya. Okay, Deepavali, a lot of festivals. So every time when there are festival coming, okay, of course we need to do some posters to celebrate with our colleagues or with our customers, right? Okay, so furthermore we have more ads poster here. Okay, so let's just have a look. All right, so okay, even if you want to do cover photos like this, because I believe for property agents, you all have a lot of events, offline events, anniversary, annual dinner, something like that. Okay, and the last one is a landing page. Okay, so here, basically all of them are my portfolios. So, okay, so now let's play some games. Okay, just games. Okay, relax. Okay, so among two of these, which one do you think is better? Okay, who think is one? Raise up your hand. One or two, huh? Okay. One, okay. Two people raise up. Three, huh? Okay, okay, good. Who think the second one is better? Raise up your hand. Higher, cannot see lah. Higher. Okay, you think the second one is better? Can you explain why? Just try. Okay, I don't want to stress this one. Which one you think which one is better? Huh? The first one, okay, why? Why the first one is better? Let's see.
The second one not emphasize what is one ringgit for? Is it for the ladies?
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, you have. I think there's a quite solid point. Okay, just now. Okay, which one do you think is better? One or two? The first one. Okay, why?
It shows the price, which is very captivating, and then we can see clothes, we can see detergents.
Detergents. I see. Okay, thank you. Okay, now your turn. The second one. Which one do you think is better? First one or second one?
I cannot see.
Cannot see. Okay.
I think number one, because
You
of
think number one?
because of the captions.
Because of the
price,
captions.
free,
I see. Okay.
more eye-catching.
More eye-catching. Okay.
In terms of like the design-wise, probably the second one is have more class.
Simple.
Okay. By the way, we are learning design. Okay. Actually, both of the contents are quite similar. Okay. Back to you. Okay. Why do you think the second one is better? Try to explain. Because if we cannot explain really why is it better, then we cannot really do something better. For example, and I believe all of you know how to sing lah, basic singing, right? So, but if you cannot hear whether your tone is correct, you cannot hear whether your tone is correct, then you will never be a good singer. You guys agree? So same for this. Okay, why? Try, just try, relax.
Can I say Chinese?
Sure. You can explain in Chinese.
是看它的排版跟颜色。
Okay, I see. Okay, so she thinks that the color is more, the coloring is better, okay, and also the structure is more neater. Yeah, that's what she said. Okay, yeah, I do agree with that. Okay, let's see the second one. Okay, which one do you think is better? First one, raise up your hand. Okay, first one. No? Okay, second one, raise up your hand. Okay, why second one?
It comes with the illustration.
Illustration, I see. Okay, anything else? Okay, it's okay. That's all. Okay, could you try? Do you want to try? Give it a try. Why do you think the second one is better? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Menari, okay. Eye-catchy lah, eye-catchy. Okay, anyone want to try? Okay, do you want to try? Okay, which one do you think is better, first or second?
Second one,
The second one, okay, why?
more attractive and the impression is more strong. But
More
the
attractive.
first one is more about wording.
More about
and
wordings.
Sometimes lazy to creative. And
Lazy to
not
read it.
direct.
I see.
Then the second one, when I see the second one, I can direct, this is the what kind of business it is.
I see. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, because you have all the pictures there, right? Okay. Actually, this one is agency pekerjaan lah, to help you hiring. Yeah. Okay. One more. Okay, which one do you think is better? This one is travel agency. Okay, they are traveling to Sampurna. Okay, who thinks is the first one? Raise up your hand. First one. Okay, 3 people. All right. Who think the second one is better? Raise up your hand. Why? Why do you think it's better?
See blue color, I want to jump to the sea.
You want to jump to the sea? Okay. Okay, that also makes sense. Okay, anyone want to try? Do you want to try? Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, which one do you think is better? The number one. Okay, the first one. Okay, let's try.
It's nicely eye-catching, one thing.
Eye-catching.
Pushing you to your dreams.
To the dreams. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, one more. Let's see. Do you want to try? Huh? Okay, you can see. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Which one do you think is better? Number 2. Okay, why?
Because it shows about the whole place. I think it shows more than if compared to the first one and
To the whole place. You mean the scene lah? Huh? The scene. Yeah. Okay.
the color is more like a layered.
Oh, the more layering in terms of color. Oh, I see. Okay, because like there are greens there. Yeah? This one is a whole just blue, right? I see. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all of you for answering, because I think all of you have a good point. Okay, but later on, we will dive into it to analyze why you think it's better. Okay. All right. So actually, those are actually before and afters. Okay, the first one actually is before they attend my class. Okay, and then the second one is the design that after they attend my class. All right. So actually, I'm quite surprised, and I'm also quite happy to see that they can have such transformation. Okay, they can have such improvement in a very short period of time. Okay, so I believe today in this 4 hours training, you guys also can have a significant improvement in terms of design. All right. So welcome to the design crash course. Okay, wait, huh? Yeah, design crash course. Okay, so yeah, cannot. Okay, wait. All right. So our topic of today is design crash course with Canva. Okay, crash course means, okay, we have compressed, okay, all the necessary important topics to a very short period of time, crash course, okay, because I believe none of you want to learn graphic design or you go to university and sit there for 3 years or 4 years, right? Okay, no, Okay, so can you guys commit to me today, just 4 hours, can or not? Yes, okay, good. Okay, let's see. So, by the end of today's session, okay, you will be able to, okay, number 1, state out the key features of Canva. Later, we will dive deep into Canva interface, okay, and then we will explain what each features can do. Okay, even like the latest AI trend. Okay, Canva even has its own AI features. Okay, later we will demonstrate. It's quite fun. All right. The second one is you will be able to explain the requirements of a good design. Okay, later. Okay, just let you know first. Okay, we will have like a marking scheme. Okay, for example, when you were in primary school or secondary school, if your teacher asks you to write an essay, okay, and then your teacher will tell you, okay, in order to score well in your essay or in order to get an A, okay, your essay must have these few requirements. First, you need to have at least how many paragraphs or at least how many words, okay, and then you need to have like those idioms or like those decorative words, okay, and then you cannot have spelling mistakes or you cannot have punctuation mistakes. Okay, so if you meet these requirements, you will score an A. Okay, so later we will also have a marking scheme for you all. Okay, from 40 marks to 100 marks. Okay, to 100 marks. Okay, which requirement we need to meet. Okay, later we will show. Okay, and then the last topic we will talk about the design SOPs. Okay, this one I want to ask you all. Okay, wait. Before this, who here, okay, have tried to design by yourself? Raise up your hand. Or you have ever designed anything? Raise up your hand. Anyone? One. Any by Canva? Yeah. Anything. Even one also count. Oh, can you raise up your hand one more time? Never design at all. Yeah, it's okay. Never, Okay, no problem. Okay, you have tried to design yourself. Okay, so normally how long will it take to complete a design, a poster? How long will it take? Try to agak lah. An hour to finish. Okay, who here have experience in designing? One more time. Yeah, okay, how long will it take to finish your design? Agak, just agak. 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, oh, that's quite fast actually. Oh, they're all expert. Oh, no wonder lah. Okay, so later I will also share with you all the design SOPs. Okay, so that maybe from 1 hour you can shorten the time needed to complete a design. Okay, maybe like him. Okay, can complete in 15 to 30 minutes. Actually, there's an SOP. There's a SOP. Okay? Alright, so let's go. Okay, let's dive into the first topic, Canva fundamentals. Okay, so just to let you all know, first, Canva supports multiple devices. Okay, I see all of you with your, okay, you see, some of you are using laptop and some of you are using iPad, right? Okay, some of you have nothing on the table. Maybe you have the phone lah, at least you have phone, right? So, it doesn't matter. Behind all expert, I see. Okay. Alright. So, I can see that there are multiple devices here. So, no matter what device you use, okay, the functions are all the same. Okay, I think this is a very important thing because most of the apps, okay, maybe they have like the mobile version and they have the desktop version. Okay, but normally, most of the apps, mobile version will have less features, right? And then the laptop version will be the full features. Okay, but Canva, okay, they have done a great job in Okay, make sure every devices have the same features. Okay, so if you ask me, I still prefer to use laptop lah because we have the keyboard and the mouse. Okay, but throughout so many students, some students, okay, they really prefer to use other devices. For example, like iPad, or maybe, and even some of them, I suggest them to use laptop, but they insist because they say that I already used to design with my phone because it's very convenient. I can do it wherever I want. Okay, so and then the second thing is, Canva have a free version. Canva is free, by the way. Okay, but there are also a pro version, and the pro version will cost 250 ringgit per year or 30 ringgit per month. Okay, but if you think that is a little bit too expensive, okay, there's a really great platform, the best platform that has ever been invented, called Shopee. Okay, Shopee. So just a fun fact, if you really want to buy any software, you know, like Microsoft software, you can go Shopee lah. And then I don't want to tell you the price, you go and see first. Okay. Okay. Okay, don't ask me about which. Do I have any recommended seller? No, I don't have, because I'm not the seller. Okay. Okay. One time, when I become the seller, then I will share you the link. Okay. One day I will. Okay. And then the last one is called. Yeah, memang confirm. Okay. Don't worry. Because when you look at the price, you really think it's a scam, you know. Yeah, normal one. Okay, you buy from Shopee or what?
Yeah.
Shopee. Okay.
You have to change it.
Okay, you just need to because so cheap already. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There's a risk here lah. Okay, which normally after few months you purchase from the seller. Okay, then the account. Okay, one day you wake up, you open your you switch on your laptop, and then you log into your Canva account, and then you will see one thing: your Canva Pro, okay, has been disabled. Okay, why? Because of course Canva, they will try their best, okay, to ban these third parties, like the cracked version. They will try their best to ban this. So normally, in my experience, we're like 3 to 6 months. Within 3 to 6 months, okay, you will need to repurchase again. Okay, repurchase again. So but if you see the price point, you won't care like. Okay, later you can just search on Shopee. All right. So and then the last one. Okay, there's actually a Chinese version of Canva called Kehua. Okay, called Kehua. Okay, so with this Chinese version, okay, because China, they have their own ecosystem. All right. So there are more Chinese template in Kehua. Okay, but in other aspect, I don't think it's better lah. So I still suggest you all to use the normal Canva. Okay, especially if you want to design Chinese poster, just use the normal one. It's enough. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, so in terms of Canva dashboard, it's very easy. Have you all log into Canva? Can you guys open your browser, and then you can just type canva.com, and then you will see these two dashboard. It's so easy, and just two dashboard. One is the home page, and one is the canvas. Okay, so the home page is to let you create a new project or look for your existing project. Later I will show. And then the canvas is where the design is done. Okay, so let me show you mine. Okay, this one is my homepage. So you can see there's a lot of design that I've done over the years. Okay, there are a lot of design that I've done. Okay, so this is the homepage. Okay, and then at this part here, okay, the line here, you can choose what kind of design do you want to do. Okay, for example, there are presentation here. Okay, over my mouse here. Okay, so if you want to do slides, you can just press presentation. Okay, and in social media there are multiple. Okay, because social media there are a lot of platforms. Okay, so let me ask a few question first. Sorry, how to address you?
Tommy.
Tommy. Okay, Tommy. Normally, what kind of dimension will you choose? In terms of design. Normally, okay. What kind of poster are you designing? Slides, Facebook ads.
Yeah, Facebook ads.
Facebook ads. Okay. Few years ago. Okay. Never mind. It's okay. Which one will you choose for in terms of Facebook ads? Because there are so many options here. You can do presentation, you can do social media. Inside social media, there are so many options.
Then we just search for the Facebook post.
This one, Facebook post. Okay, this one is a big trap here. Okay? Okay, everyone, if you don't know which one to choose, okay, I suggest you to choose this one. It says Instagram post square. Okay, you just ignore the Instagram post. Okay, because Instagram already changed their dimension currently. Okay, but the most important part is the square part. Okay, because no matter what platform are you using, WhatsApp, Messenger, Telegram, Facebook, IG, okay, 小红书, WeChat, okay, and Shopee, Lazada, whatever platform, you use the square dimension is the safest. Okay, if you send square poster to your colleagues through WhatsApp, no problem. Okay, the poster won't be, won't be cropped. Okay, so just choose this one if you don't know which one to choose. Okay, so when you press it, okay, it will lead you into the canvas. Okay, this is where all the design will be done. Okay, so very simple, huh? Okay, if you think that I'm speaking too fast, you can just raise up your hand. All right. So instead, okay, so inside the canvas, okay, it's very simple. Okay, there are just few buttons here. Okay, so later I will explain one by one. Okay, but for now, I would just want you to remember the left part. Okay, it's called the toolbar. Okay, and then there's a top part called the floating panel. Why is it called floating panel? Because it won't appear every time. Okay, it will only appear in certain conditions. All right. So the toolbar, okay, is like your kitchenware lah. Okay, when you are when you are cooking, okay, your pans, your wok, okay, your air fryer, everything is called the toolbar. And then the floating panel is like your seasoning. Okay, when you've finished cooking, okay, you want to add some pepper, you want to add some salt, okay, it's on the top part. Okay, very easy to understand. All right, so okay, let's dive into the toolbar. Okay, the first one that we can see is called design. Everyone has your Canva app open? Yes, huh? Okay. Instagram. Okay, if you cannot find, okay, if you cannot find, you can go here. There's a create button here. Can you see that? Instagram post square. All right. Okay. So the first function in the toolbar. Okay. The first function is the favorite function for beginners. Okay. It's called template. So when you click the first function, okay, you will see a lot of templates here. Okay, ready-made for you. Okay, can you see? So you can even search what kind of posters do you want. For example, okay, give me one festival in Malaysia. Gawai. Raya lah, Raya. You celebrate Hari Gawai? Oh, okay. Okay, research Hari Raya. So you can see there are a lot of templates here. Okay, very beautiful. Why is it so beautiful? Because just to let you know, Canva has spent a lot of cash into hiring those professional designers to design those templates. Okay, those templates, they are not, okay, suddenly they appear there. No. Okay, or they are not generated by AI. They are generated by humans. or professional graphic designers. Okay, so what you need to do, okay, so let us, for example, when you choose a template, okay, what you need to do is really easy. Okay, you just change two things. First, the words. Second one, the pictures. And then kau dim, habis. The words and the pictures. Okay, or the colors lah. Maybe you want to. Okay, for example, Selamat Hari Raya Aidiladha. Okay, and then this one is not you not yours ma. Okay, for example, from Viva Homes. Okay, example. And then maybe you add one of your logo, maybe on the top right corner. Okay, and then this posters is yours, finished already, done. Okay, then okay, since it is so convenient, okay, the poster is also not bad, right? Okay, then why do we still need to learn design? So convenient already ma. Okay, all the templates already been done for you. Why do we still need to learn design? Why? Okay, actually I have written here. It's suitable for internal use. For example, you want to wish your customer Hari Raya. Okay, sure, no problem. Or maybe you want to do some presentation for internal training like this. Okay, sure, you can use the templates. But when the posters is used for advertising, when the posters is used for conversion, sales, okay, it is not recommended to use templates because it will make your posters, okay, look exactly like others. You agree? Okay? Because when we are doing advertising online, we are spending real cash to promote our posters. Okay? So if your posters, okay, when the templates are looking all similar, very similar, okay, people will tend to think that, oh, I think I have seen this poster before, and then they will just scroll away. Okay, so when we are doing advertising, make sure your posters, okay, is really different from others. Okay, so that when people see your ads, okay, they will at least have a look. Okay, that's a very important part. Okay, and then the second features. I think this is the features that really make Canva really stand out, which is the elements. Okay, before Canva was invented, okay, we really when we need to find elements, back in the old days, okay, just few years ago actually, okay, we really need to go to Google and then we type. For example, we need what elements, okay, we need what posters, what pictures. We really go and Google and type and then search, okay, and then you'll try to download the pictures to your computer, and then you need to upload maybe to inside your presentation, inside your PowerPoint. Okay, this is how we do it in the old days, okay, but now Canva is really convenient because they have, I can say, millions of elements ready for you to use. Okay, for example, I want to look for a sales girl, okay, or Chinese woman, I see. Okay, you see, I want this. Hey, for example, this kind of, this one is like a typical, sales poster person, right?
Confirm is Chinese woman.
Chinese. I think so, I think so. Okay, so you see, it's so convenient. Yeah? Just few seconds, few types. Okay, you search and then you just click it, and then the elements are here already. Okay, you don't need to go to Google and search and then download. Okay, and then when you download, you will face some problem because some of the pictures need to be paid. Okay, but in Canva is no need. Okay, so and there are a lot of elements here. There are, for example, there are pictures like what I just showed just now. There are shapes. Okay, shapes are more flexible. Okay, for example, like this is a shape. Okay, you can change the color. On the top part, you can change the color. Okay, you can adjust the shape. You can adjust the shape. You can make it transparent. Okay, and then you can add a border for it. Add a border, and then you can change the border color. Okay, so it becomes like a container. Okay, a container. Okay, so the shapes are more flexible. Okay, and then there are graphics. graphics are more like cartoon. Okay, if you want a cute cartoon, okay. Okay, for example, you want something like this, a cross. These are called graphics. Okay, yeah, they're called graphics. Okay, basically these are the main elements that we will use. Okay, of course, here also. Wait, let me see. Where is it? Okay, here are also some examples that I can share with you. Hey, why is it so blur? Wait now. One minute. Hey, apa dah ni? Wait now. Okay, let me show you another one. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is a little bit slow. Sorry, wait now. Yeah. 1 minute. The poster cannot do it. Okay. Here are some of the elements that you can search. You can take a picture of this because this is quite useful. Okay. For example, you want to show your phone. You can just search phone. Okay. You want to search like an internet icon. You can search for internet. Okay. You want to search for calendar. For example, you have an event or what. Okay. You can search for calendar. Okay. For example, you have a new project launching in Kota Damansara. Okay, you want to search for this kind of icon. It's called location. Okay, so maybe you have another event. The event is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, this one is time. Okay, and then you want to explain, okay, why the new project is so good. You can use this kind of numbers, okay, or tick, okay, to replace the regular point form. Because point form you just one dot. It's very boring. Okay, so you can, instead of use the dots, okay, you can search for numbers. Or you can search for tick, something like that. Or even, for example, you just search for point form. Okay, in elements, you just search for point form. Okay, and then you click graphics. You can see a lot of different patterns here. Okay, so you can just choose which one do you prefer. Okay, and then this one is called fade. Okay, these elements is called fade. These elements is quite useful in certain cases. For example, let me show you an example. Okay, for example, in this case, okay, this one, fade. This one is more advanced already. Okay, you can see on the right part. Okay, you can see the background is like fading away. Okay, it get more darker. Okay, if I didn't add the fade, you see what happened. I just delete it, and then you will see there's like a sudden cut between this picture and the background. But when we add the fade elements, can you see the difference? One more time. This one without the fade, and then with the fade. Okay, and then this one can also make the wordings more easy to read. More readable. Okay. This one example. This one is yesterday I just play. Okay. Okay. So this one. Okay, wait. Let me. On the top part, actually, I added one fade elements. This one. Okay. Everyone see here. Now I will remove the fade elements, and then you see what happened. When I remove, okay, it has been removed, and then you can see like the background. The clouds, the sky, they are overlapping with the words. Okay, it causes the words to become not that readable. But when you add fade elements, okay, it will make the words easy to read. Okay, and it will not. Okay, when you use the fade elements, it will not like affect the whole posters. It will just a little bit touch up. Okay, and then this is called light. Okay, a lot of designers, they like to use bling elements. Okay, let me show you an example. Lights, I see. Okay, for example, this one. Wait down. Lights elements. This one. Okay, for example, this one. You can see the shines here, the shines here. Okay, they are all lights. You just search lights in Canva. Okay, and then you can find a lot of different different graphics here. Okay, all right. And then this one is called shaped. Okay, it's a basic rectangle shape. Normally we can add at the bottom part of the poster. Okay, it can use to become the call to action part. Okay, call to action part. All right, let's see. Okay, oh, by the way, if you see, okay, this crown icon, okay, it means pro. It means you need to pay lah. Okay, so, but actually, I can share with you all one trick. Okay, for example, I search for light. Okay, and then you say, oh my God, almost like most of the animals need to pay. How? I don't have Canva Pro yet. Okay, I teach you. Okay, you go to this part here, on the top part here. Okay, and then you click it. Okay, and then you see the price here. Price. Okay, there are free and pro. So you can just choose free. Okay, and then it will help you to filter out all the pro elements. Okay, this is one of the way. All right. Okay, so next is called text. Okay, text literally it means text lah. Okay, but for beginners, most of the beginners will jump into the trap. Okay, let me show you. In the text part here, you can see, wow, very color, very creative. Okay, very special. Okay, wow, you see, different kind of text combos. Oh, wow, very nice. Oh, cantik oh. Okay, but let me tell you one thing. Okay, this one is not really suitable for like everyday use posters, like ads posters. Not suitable because they are too fancy to be read. They are too fancy. For example, like this one. They are too fancy. Like you can't even really read the words correctly. So for me, because since most of you are using laptop, you can just press the key in the keyboard. T in your keyboard. Okay, press T for text box. For example, I press T. Okay, there will be a text box. You see? So don't waste time choosing which font to use. Okay, just press T, and then finish. Okay, and then okay, one minute. Okay, let's press T. Text. Okay, and then okay. For example, when you press T, okay, and then you just type in your words. Okay, for example, Tropicana Grande example. Okay, done. Okay, and then you can choose the font that you like. Okay, you can choose the font that you like. Okay, but I have 2 recommended fonts for you all. Okay, I will show you why. Later you tell me why. I show you first. For English fonts, it's called Poppins. Okay, later I want you all to tell me why. Okay, give me a few seconds. Okay. Okay, so from the screen, can you tell me why that I recommend you all to use this font? What do you see? Sorry, who is? The size. Oh, you mean the thickness, is it? The thickness. Yeah, actually that's right. Because this font has multiple thickness. So when you choose this kind of font, okay, it can be easily used in a same presentation slides. For example, all of my slides, actually I'm using the same font, you know. I didn't use like multiple font, 2 to 3 fonts. Okay, it's all the same font, but you can have, for example, for the topic, you can use the bold one, or the bold one, and then for the subtopics, you can use the thinner one. Okay, for Chinese font, okay, wait Chinese font is called. You guys can take note of this. Later I will show you why. Actually, the reason is the same. Okay, actually the reason is the same. Okay, you can have multiple thickness using the same font. And the second reason is it is very easy to read. Okay, especially when you since you all are selling properties. Okay, you know, like normally people who buy a lot of properties, normally they are already like more than 30 years old, 40 years old, or 50 years old. I see a lot of uncle, very rich one, they can own multiple properties. Okay. So for those uncle, if you use the font very cute, very special, and then and then they will be very hard for them to read. Okay, so actually this one we really spend some time, you know. We really spend some time, and we spend literally spend cash to test this out. Okay, we found out that using this kind of fonts, okay, easy to read. Okay, it really affects the conversion. Okay, it really affects the sales because it's easy to read, especially for the elderly. Okay. All right. So, and one more tips here. Okay, if you really, for example, for Chinese words, if you really want to use the special one, okay, normally if you go to look, okay, most of them are in English font. Okay, but if you really want to look for the special font, okay, you can press here, press this button here, okay, show filters, okay, and then there's a language part, okay, you can search for Chinese, okay, and then press apply, and then here you can really choose, okay, a lot of Chinese font, okay, if you want the cute one, I also have, okay. If you want the Chinese style one, for example like this one, Chinese style one, okay? Or you want some, just let me see here. Want some special one? Okay. Okay, so you can just explore it yourself. Okay, you can just filter out, okay, all the Chinese font here. Cute one. Okay. All right. Okay, so next is called brand. Okay, so most of the Canva users, I ask them, hey, have you used the brand function before? Since you used Canva before, right? Do you know what this function is for? Brand. Don't know. Okay. 99% of Canva users, they really didn't use this function. But I really recommend you all to use this function. Because normally there are some elements that we will need to use it repeatedly. Okay, every time you need to use, for example, your logo. Okay, maybe like in every poster, okay, you will need to have your logo inside it, right? So what you can do is, you can upload your logo here first. Okay, you just upload your own logo, and then every time you need to use the logo, Okay, you don't have to find here, find there, no need. Okay, you just press the brand and then you can choose the logo you want. For example, this one. Okay, choose the logo and then just press one button, it will be inside. Okay, it's like the pre-save. You can just save your elements here. Okay, or for example, for myself, for my scenario, okay, I have a lot of portrait photos. Example, especially for property agents also, you have a lot of portrait photo, right? Okay, so you can just upload one time. Just need to upload one time. Okay, and then okay, and then you just click one button. Okay, you can. All the photos will be here. Okay. Okay, or you. Sorry. How do you? Okay, good question. Okay, so for example, if you want to upload your photo, okay, you can just hit edit, and then there's a plus icon here. Can you see the plus icon here? Here, this one. Okay, you press the plus icon, you click this upload photos. Okay. Okay, and then you just upload your photo lah. Okay. So I really recommend you all to use this function because it really saves a lot of time. Okay, and you can even save your colors. Okay, if your company have your a specific color code, okay, a specific color code, you can save your colors here. Okay, for example, I have 4 colors here. So whenever I need to choose my color, for example, I want to change the color of this font. Okay, I want to change the color of the font. There are a special section here called the brand kit. Okay, the colors in the brand kit are the colors that you saved earlier. So I want to change the color. I just click this, just click this, just click this. Okay, so I don't need to look for my color again. Okay, it's already saved. Okay, all right. So further on, the next features is called uploads. Okay. Yeah.
Photo, right? Sometimes we take the background is black.
Yeah.
Then we're using white color camera.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't want to have like a.
Yeah. Okay. I know what you want to remove the background. Is it?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Later we'll show that function. Later on. Good question. Okay. Good question. Okay. We will show that function later. All right. So next function is called uploads. Uploads is more straightforward. You can upload anything you want. Okay, your photos, your videos, your audio. Okay, but a lot of students will ask me, "Hey, teacher, what is the difference between brand? Just now we just learned brand and uploads because you also upload ma. Okay, what's the difference? Okay, huh? Okay, that's one of the difference because you can see there's a crown icon here. Okay, yeah, the brand function need to pay. It's only eligible for Canva Pro users, but I really recommend to use brand. Okay, because uploads, you can upload anything. Okay, for example, my own uploads, you can see so many things I have uploaded because I have done so many posters. Okay, so many things. Okay, so the purpose of uploads is just for you to upload your photo. Okay, it's not like brand. Brand you can categorize it. Okay, this one is logo, this one is colors. Okay, this one is my photo. Okay, so brand is like the place is already put inside there. Okay, it's fixed. Okay, but uploads is not fixed. Okay, you can upload many photos here. Okay, all right. So and then there's a function called draw. Okay, so basically if you are the teacher or maybe you are teaching, okay, you want to use some, for example, like marker, highlighter, okay, you want to put the tick here, okay, you want to put a cross there, you want to circle this, okay, this one is called draw, but normally we don't use this quite that often, okay. All right, the last one. This one is called projects. Projects means that you can save, okay, you can save your different projects in different folders. Okay, example, especially for freelancers. Okay, maybe they have a lot of different projects. Okay, they are serving a lot of different companies. Okay, so they can create different folders. Okay, you can create different folders. Okay, give your folders a name. For example, like Viva Homes. Okay, continue, and then you can save certain design in this. Okay, for example, I save today's slides. Graphic design crash course. Okay, move. Okay, so that the design will be saved into this particular folder. All right. Okay, and then the last one. This last one I think is the most exciting one. Okay, it's called apps. Okay, so it is similar to App Store and Play Store. You guys know App Store and Play Store. Okay, App Store is for Apple devices. Play Store is for Android devices. Okay, so what can we download in App Store or Play Store? We can download apps, right? We can download YouTube. Okay, we can download Instagram, Twitter. Okay, Shopee. Okay, we can download different kind of apps using App Store or Play Store. Okay, so what is the features of apps in Canva is also very similar. Okay, Canva has every platform has its own limitation. Okay, even Canva has its own limitation. Okay, so in order to fulfill different requirements, okay, so Canva has partnered, okay, they has collaborated with a lot of different software providers so that they can insert their feature inside Canva. Okay, so Canva is really convenient in this part. For example, here are the 6 apps that I recommend for you all. Okay, let me show you one by one. Okay, the first one is called QR code. Okay, so for example, today you need to generate QR code. You can just press apps and then you search QR code. Okay, you choose the first one, and then very simple, you just insert your URL. Okay, for example, my website is canvacourse.com.my, or maybe your WhatsApp link. Okay, WhatsApp link. Okay, and then you just press generate code, and then it's done already. Okay, you don't have to use the QR code generator online. No need. Okay, and most importantly, this QR code has no expiry date. Okay, because most of the QR code has expired date. If you generated it from online. Okay, QR code. Okay, and then the second one is called enhancer. Enhancer. Okay, its literal meaning is like, okay, you enhance an image. So if an image or maybe a logo is not that clear, it's a little bit blurred, okay, we can use enhancer to make it clearer. Okay, so let us do a little bit of experiment. Let me choose one logo. Wait, 1 minute. Okay. Later we'll demonstrate and then we will see before and after. Okay, so now this one, this logo is a little bit blurred. Okay, a little bit blurred. Okay, so we can go to apps, and then we search enhancer. Okay, and then we try to enhance. You can choose any one of them. Okay. Wait, 1 moment. Okay, replace. Okay. Okay, now let's have a look. Okay, Can you see that the right one is more clearer? Okay, who can see it? Raise up your hand. Can I? Can you notice the difference? Yes, huh? Okay, so this one is called enhancer, especially when your photos is blurred. Okay, you can use these features. All right. And then the third one is called brand fetch logo. Okay, it's actually to look for logo lah. Brand fetch. Brand fetch. Okay, for example, you want to look for WhatsApp logo. Okay, you can see a lot of different logos here. For example, you want this one, or you want with just the wordings one. Yeah. Okay, different types of logo. Okay, so many of my students will ask me, why do we need to use brand fetch to look for logos? Okay, why can't we just search in the elements? Okay, let's try. We search WhatsApp in elements. Okay, and then you will find out that, okay, this one that we get from brand fetch, okay, it looks like the real logo, right? And then the right one, it looks similar lah. Okay, okay, like you buy LV bag, but this one is the real LV bag. That one is I don't know what LV lah. Okay, you know, like the fake one, like this one is made from Italy lah. That one is made from China lah. For example, okay. So why this kind of scenario will happen is because all the logos will have their own copyright or their own trademark. Okay, so Canva cannot simply put their logos inside elements. Okay, so we have to use another way to find this kind of logos. Okay, so all right, further on, we have bulk create. Okay, bulk create is a little bit special. For example, you want to create, let's say, a certificate. Okay, for example, we have 30 people here. Okay, and then we need to create 30 certificates. Okay, and then let me search for a certificate template. Okay, so and everyone names is different. Okay, so this one is a name, right? Name. Okay, so if you didn't know this function, okay, you will probably copy one by one and then you change one by one. Okay, but if you know this function called bulk create, okay, for example, you have an Excel file. Okay, and then you have a name, a column of name. Okay, give me your name. H-A-N. Tommy, right? Your name? J-U-N-L-E. Okay, your name? J-O? Joey. Okay, your name?
Lex.
Sorry?
Lex, L-E-X.
L-E-X. Okay, your name? Samantha. Samantha. This one, right? Okay, your name? Sorry? How to spell? S-H-E-R-Y. Okay, last one? Y-E-N. Okay, so let's say we have a list of names. Okay, you see, I just copy this, and then I go to apps. I search for bulk create. Okay, the first one, and then I enter the data. Okay, the name. Okay, I enter the data. Okay, I paste the data here. Done. Okay, and then at the name part, I right click, and then I choose connect data. Okay, and then I choose the name. Okay, and then continue, generate. Okay, done. Let's see. Okay, this one. Okay, so you can see all of your names here. Han, Tommy, okay, Junla, Joey, Lex, Samantha, Sherry, and Yen. You can see. So can you imagine if you have 100 participants? For example, you need to do a name card, okay, for everyone, and everyone has different names. Okay, if you want to copy one by one, it will take a lot of time. Okay, so you can use this called bulk create. Okay, you can generate 100, 200, 300 designs at one time. Okay. All right. So the next one is called mockups. Okay. So what is mockups? Mockups is actually what we call a tactics that most designers will use. Okay, when we don't have the real photo of a product. For example, this is an example. Today I want to design a clothes for my company. For example, today you have your own branding. For example, I want to design a Chinese New Year clothes lah. Okay, Chinese New Year clothes. Okay, later I will let you see. The magic will happen. Happy Chinese New Year clothes, huh? Let's see, Chinese New Year. One minute. Chinese New Year, where is it? Okay. Yeah, my Happy Chinese New Year. Okay, for example, I designed this pattern here. Okay, and then I can put inside the clothes, and then you can see the design will blend into the clothes. Okay, that's not all. Okay, I can adjust the position it. Okay, for example, I put it upwards. Okay, and then I can even change the clothes. For example, okay, I want to change it to black color. Okay, Chinese New Year, wear black color. Okay, pantang. Okay, just example. You can see the whole clothes change color, and it looks like a real image, right? It looks like you have hired a model to take a picture and take a picture of it. Okay, so this is the power of mockups. Okay, because change the face need another function. It's another feature. Okay, for example, you want to use. Okay, for example, we want to have a laptop. Okay, we have a laptop. For example, this kind of laptop. Okay, and then we can insert. Okay, our pictures here. For example, this one. Okay, let's say this one is my cover photo. Okay, I can insert it into the laptop. Okay, then it will blend into the laptop. Okay, this one is called mockup. So, because in reality, we can never take pictures of laptop lah. How you can snap pictures of laptop like this? Cannot. Okay, so we all of this we use mockups. It's called mockups. Okay, or maybe you want to. Okay, for example, let me show you an example. Mockups. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, or this one. Okay, you want to have like this kind of photos. Okay, how you can snap your iPhone? You cannot snap how you have to snap your iPhone. Okay, so this one is all done using mockups. Okay, this one. And there are endless possibilities here. Okay. Wait, fresh. Mockups. Okay. Mockups. There are a lot of products you can do lah. Okay. For example, you want to do maybe a bag, a gift bag maybe. Okay, you can search here, or maybe a pillow, or maybe like, for example, you want to sell a drink. Okay, you want to sell a drink, you want to sell juice coffee. Okay, you can simply put your juice coffee logo here. Okay, and then the cup will become juice coffee cup. Okay, yeah, literally it will become juice coffee cup. Okay, yeah, this is cost effective lah, very cost effective. Okay, Can? So far still okay, huh? Okay, good. Okay, and then the last one. The last one, I think, is also one of the most powerful one. It's called Image Blender. Okay? Image Blender. Okay, so, for example, normally when we are doing design for maybe like properties, okay, you won't just show one picture, right? Maybe you have multiple pictures in one photo, in one design. Okay, so you can use this Image Blender. For example, just an example. Let's see. Okay, for example, this picture, just a random example. This picture and this picture. Okay, let me flip it up. Okay, so you can see if you just blend the photo like this, it's not blended now. You can see a significant line in the middle. Okay, so now we try to blend it using the Image Blender. Okay. So what you can do is, you can make the edge of the photo, okay, very smooth it up. For example, like this. Okay, and then you save it. Wait, one more. Okay, save it. Okay, same for the other one. Use it. Okay. Saving cost. Yeah, I think that's the Wi-Fi problem. Wait, I think it's a Wi-Fi problem. 30. Okay. One more time. Image Blender. Okay. Okay, we try to blend it. Okay. This one we put it on the left side, left edge. Okay, for example like this. Okay, now here's the magic. Okay, you see we have smoothened out both of the edge of the posters, and then when we mesh it together, you can see it will blend, okay, very smoothly. Okay, you get it? Get it? This is called Image Blender. Alright. Okay, so that's all for the apps part. Okay, so actually we have covered, okay, just a simple recap. We have covered all the main features in Canva, in the toolbar, sorry. Okay, from design is equal to template. Okay, elements, we can find all the elements you need. Okay, text. Okay, text is the one we never want to. Yeah, text is the one you. But remember, don't use the text combo inside. Just press T. Okay, just press T on your keyboard, and then brand to let you upload. Okay, all your elements that you will use repeatedly. Okay, and then uploads and then tools to draw, project to save into different folders, and then apps that we just demonstrated. Of course, inside the apps, okay, they have like, I think like thousands of apps okay, just like your Play Store and App Store but you never use all of them You just use the few ones, right? Okay. So this one you guys can take a pictures if you want. Okay, this one is the apps that I recommend for you all. Okay. Okay, now we have finished for the left part, which is a toolbar. Okay. Okay. But still remember that we have one called floating panel on the top part. Okay, like those is like the seasoning. Just now we have learned how to cook. Okay, how to use the wok, how to use the pan. Okay, how to use the air fryer, how to use the how to use the Sorry, I don't cook, I don't know. Okay, okay. And then at the top part, we will learn how to use the seasoning to make our text nicer, to make our photo look nicer. Okay, at the top part. Okay, so for the floating panel, there are different patterns, there are different functions for different scenarios. Okay, so basically there are four types, four categories. The first one is image. The second one is text. The third one is background. And the fourth one is graphics. Okay, so for example, let's take text for example. So just now I taught you all to press T. Okay, so yeah, you can see the text one is a little bit wider because you can add a lot of things. For example, like the text effects. Okay, for example, you want to make it curve. Okay, there are curve function here. You can make the text to curve. Okay, and then you maybe want to add some shadow. You can add a little bit of shadow, lift. Okay, or make it hollow. Make it hollow, for example. Okay, I'll make it hollow, for example. Okay, there are a lot of text effects here. Okay, but okay, the untold truth is for professional designers, we don't really use much effects, you know. Yeah, simple is the best. Simple is the best. You see, I don't really use any like special effects there. Okay, no, not that much, not that much. Okay, but just to let you know, or maybe you want to change the color of the text. Okay, here, you can change the color of the text. Okay, you can change the font, the type of the font. Okay, and then just some basics like underline, okay, italic, or strike through, okay, or bold. Okay, those basic functions lah. Okay, so but that's a special part that I would like to highlight, which is for the images. Okay, so for example, I will add one image here. Okay, this one is related to the AI part. Wait, let me choose one image. A simple image. Okay. For example, this one is related to the AI part. Okay. Just now, who said that you want to remove the background, right? Okay, you want to remove the background. Okay, so you press Edit. Okay, you press Edit, and then you will see one section here called the Magic Studio. The Magic Studio is actually the AI, built-in AI for Canva. And then you will be surprised, again later, what we can do to transform this image. Okay, so now the background is very boring. Okay, we remove it first. Okay, we just press the first one called background remover. Press. Okay, background done, remove. Okay, now we need to generate a new background for this background generator, the second AI function. For example, I want it to be an office background. Office background. I insert office, generate. Okay, later it will generate an office background for these posters, or for this picture. Okay, let's see. Okay, you see it, and then there will be 4 options for you to choose. Okay, then you just choose lah. Okay, you think which one is better? Okay, for example, I think this is good. For example, I think the first one is good. And then, but I don't like one thing. I don't like the television back there. I want to remove it. Okay, the third AI function called Magic Eraser. Okay, we just remove it. Okay, I want to erase it. I don't know what is this. I don't like it. I want to erase. Okay, let's see what will happen. You see, the television already gone. Okay, Magic Eraser. Okay, and then I think this picture is a little bit imbalanced. Why? because you can see the left hand side is wider and then the right hand side is very narrow. Okay, the person is not in the middle. Okay, what we can do is, we call it magic expand. We can expand the picture using AI. Let's see, expand the picture. Okay, and then we click expand. So that the pictures will be wider. Okay, you see, the pictures is wider now. Now the person is in the middle. Okay, let us choose one. Okay, I think this one is good. Okay, and then I still think these pictures can improve a little bit because now the person is just wearing a normal t-shirt. Okay, now we can let the person to wear let's say a formal cloth like me. Okay, let's try. It's called Magic Edit. It's really powerful. Okay, I just select the part that I want to change. For example, like his clothes. Okay, and then I give it the prompt. Yeah. Okay, wait, hang already. One more time, Magic Edit. Okay, one more time. Refresh first. Okay. Magic Edit. Okay, and then we select this part. Okay, I tell him to wear formal clothes. Wear formal coat. Generate. Okay. Magic will happen. Now he is wearing a t-shirt, right? A t-shirt, I want him to wear a formal coat. Let's see. Which one is nicer? Which one is better? This one okay now. Okay. You can see what have we done to these pictures. Later I will show you the original one. Okay, last one. Okay. So for example, I want to add this into a circle frame. Okay, a circle frame. Okay, so that it looks like this. But I want to make it like a 3D one. I show you. Okay. Okay, duplicate this. Okay, I use the last AI function called Magic Grab. Magic Grab, and I grab this person out from the background. Grab the person out from the background. Okay, so it will be separated out from the background. Okay, and then I will crop it out. Okay, and then I put it back. Okay, now you can see it becomes like a 3D effects. It has like a 3D effects. Okay, so okay, so you still remember or not? What does the original pictures look like? Okay, let's see. This one is the original picture. Okay, so you can see how powerful the AI tools is. Okay, change the background. Okay, change the clothes. Makes it look like 3D. Okay, so this is called the AI function. Of course. Too fast already, Okay. Later we will have more. Okay, later I demonstrate more. Okay, of course, normally we won't use it all out in one pictures because I just want to demonstrate. We won't put all spices in one food, right? Okay, so we will use. Okay, so now we do one by one. Okay. Okay, now I want you all to search to look for a picture with a person. Okay, picture with a person. You can search maybe like a businessman. Okay, just choose one photo. For example, this one. Okay, businessman. Okay, just choose one photo. Okay, and then we press edit. Okay, and then we choose background remover. Oh, by the way, it requires Canva Pro to do this. I'm not sure you guys can do it, is it? Okay, never mind. I'll demonstrate one again. Okay, one by one, huh? How to choose this? Okay. Okay, you need to. Sorry? The shortcut way and no shortcut way. Okay, just first you need to have a photo first. You have a photo, and then you click select the photo, and then there's an edit button up there. Okay, and then here is it, Magic Studio. Okay, just press the background remover, and then it will be gone. The background will be gone. Must have Canva Pro. But it is very recommended lah. Very powerful. Very powerful. Yeah. No worries. Okay. The mock-up. Okay. Okay, now we do some revision. Okay. Now we do some revision for the mock-up. Still remember the mock-up? Still remember or not? Wait, Really? Or maybe, can I choose someone to demonstrate for us? Anyone want to come up? Tommy, you want to try? Don't want? Okay, I demonstrate one more time for the mock-up part. Okay, we go to apps. It's inside the apps. Okay, there's an app function called app. Okay, and then we search for mockup. Okay, the first one. Okay, then there are a lot of. It depends on what you want. Okay, for example, the mark. Okay, there's a mark here. Okay, for example, I want to put my face in the mark. I want to put my face. I want to put my face in the mark. Okay. Tekan apps. And then we just drag and then let go. Now I'm inside the mark. Okay, I'm inside the mark. Of course, this one is already. The picture is a little bit too big, so I can adjust it. I can adjust it. Okay, and then I want to change the color of the mark. Okay, color of the mark. For example, I want to change it to yellow. Here, apply. The whole mark change the color. Okay, can? Alright. Okay, we demonstrate the AI one more time. Okay, we choose different photos for different scenarios. Okay. For example, I have one real case scenario here. Okay, I can share a story with you all. So, when I took my portrait photos at the studio, okay, this one is really funny story. Okay. So the left one, this one, okay, is the original photo shot by the photographer. And then you notice what happened to the photo or not? Imbalance, yes. My hand already gone already. my hand is disappeared. Okay, so if like this, the photo is already burned. You cannot use it anymore, or you can hardly use it. Okay, so if let's say before the AI was invented, okay, maybe like a few years ago, okay, basically your money is just burned. Okay, but because now we have the AI. Okay, what features will we need to use in order to expand it? It's called Magic Expand, exactly. Okay, so I use Magic Expand to expand the photo. Okay, so the right one is the end result. You see. Okay, so basically the AI functions is not like every time you will use it, but when you need it, okay, it will be very helpful. Okay, this one is called Magic Expand, right? Okay, for example, okay, let's see, let's choose another, let's see another example. This one. Okay, let's demonstrate for magic eraser. Magic eraser. For example, which one? Let's see. For example, a property agents. Look here. For example, this is a really good example. For example, your new project, okay, has a very powerful USP called straight to the MRT station, okay, and then you cannot just put like this, okay. For example, like the, where is it? Like the poster just now. Okay, for example, this poster, okay. One moment. Yeah. Okay, for example, this poster. You see, this is the original photo, okay, and then gone already. And then I want it become like this, so that it can blend with the background. Okay, so this one, which function I need to use? Which function I need to use? Sorry? Background remover, exactly. You can see this one is the original photo. Okay, and then after we remove all the background, it will become like this. This one is called background remover. Okay, and then this the background photo. Okay, normally sometimes when let's search for condominium. Let's see. Okay, for example, like this photo. Okay, if we maximize the photo, okay, maybe some of the buildings, some of the blocks will be cropped. Okay, for example, this one has how many blocks? 5 blocks actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but if we expand it out, okay, then some of the blocks will be cropped away, right? Okay, so we want to remain the blocks, but the top part is empty. Which AI function should we use? Expand, magic expand. So let's see here. Okay, we choose this photo, we press edit, okay, and then we go to magic expand. Okay, and then this one, because we need to expand to the whole page, okay, so we can just press this one, the second one, called whole page. Press this, and then expand.
Can expand the thing?
Yeah, really can. Yeah, so that it will expand out the sky, and then you can have a full view of the condos. You see? Now the sky was expanded, okay, and it looks very real, right? It doesn't look like AI. It looks very real. You can choose which one you like. Okay, let's say this one. Okay, this one. So just now we have covered, this one is magic expand. Just now this one is background remover. Okay, what else? Okay, for example, let's see. Okay, don't take this example. Let's find another one. Magic expand. Let's see. Okay, for example, this one. Let's say this one is an interior of a property. Okay, and then maybe we need to remove something. Maybe this one is just a sample, right? Maybe it's not that accurate. We need to remove Maybe let's see. Okay, when we need to remove. Huh? The orange hair. Okay, maybe okay, this one we need to remove. Okay, so we can use what AI function we can use? Magic eraser, exactly. Okay, let's choose magic eraser, and then we just select this part. Okay, erase. You see, the orange disappeared already. Okay, magic eraser. All right. Let's see what else. Magic edit. Okay, let's try magic edit. For example, on the table is a apple, is it? Let's see, we want to change it to something else. Durian. Durian, one more time. Okay, we change to durian. Let's try. Okay, let's try durian. Oh, yo. No, this one is not. This one maybe I think looks more real. This one. Durian a little bit hard, I think. Maybe banana can, banana. Still okay lah. Laptop. Laptop. Let's try. Magic edit. Laptop. Okay, let's see. Oh, yo, not bad lah. MacBook some more. Hey, actually it looks quite real, right? Okay, this one already. This one is not lah. This one bug already lah. But let's say you want to use this one. Okay. Yeah, if you didn't know what the original photo looks like, probably you will think this one is real. Probably. Or you will think that, oh, the laptop is real, because you look, okay man, nothing wrong, that makes sense. Okay, so this one is magic edit. Okay. All right, let's see. All right. So, okay. So basically, this is the Magic Studio part. Okay. So let's. You can have take a photo of this. Okay. Any questions so far? Yeah, yes, Peggy? Without the magic edit. Okay, are you using Canva Pro, right? Did you buy it from Shopee? Yeah, that's the one of the one of the downside lah.
I'm the testimonial.
Are you a testimony? So yeah, maybe that kind of thing will happen, because I back then when I was using the Shopee one, I also faced these kinds of problem. Yeah, but very less lah. Like for example, like most of them will be there. Ah.
Education, right?
Yeah, actually they use the education plan. They fake one education plan. Okay? Okay, any other questions? Any other questions so far? Because we have almost completed the first part of today's training, which is the Canva part. Okay, later we will go on to the more skill set about the design skill. This one is more to Canva, the tool set. Okay, any other question? You want me to demonstrate again, or you want? Magic Grab. Okay, good question. Magic Grab. Okay. Okay, Magic Grab is quite confusing because it's very similar to background remover. Is it? Like background remover, you straight remove the background. Okay, but Magic Grab, you remain the background, but you separate the subject out of the background. Okay, for example, let me show you a real case scenario. Let's see, let's say I okay, for example, these pictures, okay? I think the background is nice. I think the subject is okay. But let's see what we can do if we use Magic Grab. Okay, we select the subject. Okay, we select the subject, we grab it up. Okay, now it will have two layers actually. Okay, you see it is separated already. Okay, what we can do to the subject is, maybe the subject is too big. I want to scale it down. I can. Or normally, when will we need to use it? Is when we need to add a text between the background and the subject. Okay, for example, let's dance. Okay, for example, we have a text like this. Let's dance. Okay. Okay. Now we can adjust the layer. Okay, for example, we just hit right click, and then there's a layer here. We can send the text to back. Send it to back. Sorry, send it backward. Send it backward, and then you can see the text and the subject the text will be in the between of the background and the subject. Okay, so this is when we need to use Magic Grab. Okay, because we don't want to remove the background. We want to make sure the background is still remain. You get it? Okay. Oh yeah, there's another example. Real case example. Just now, this one. Okay, this one. Because we have added, a fade element between the background. Okay, let me demonstrate how I did this. Okay, I found one. Okay, this one is the. Okay, you see, this one is the original photo. Okay, and then around here. Okay, and then if I straight add the text over here, okay, the text will be overlapping with the background. Okay, it cannot be shown clearly. Okay, so this time I need to add one. I can add a fade elements, FADE, fade. Okay, for example, like let's see. For example, like just which one I choose? Okay, for example, like this one. These fade elements. You see, the ballet. Okay. Okay, I will add one fade element so that the text can be seen clearly. Okay, but now what happened? The condo, the blocks, the buildings will also be faded. Okay, now this one is not that good because we cannot highlight the condo. Okay, so now before I add this feed, okay, what I can do is I use magic grab to grab the subject out of the background. We separate it into 2 layers. Okay, we use magic grab. Okay, and then we select the part that we want to grab. You just click it. You see, it's very smart already. I just click it. For example, this building, I just click, and then it will automatically highlight the building for me. Okay, this one. This one. Apa lah ni? Okay, and then I click grab. Okay, now these buildings are separated out, you see? And then when we add the fade elements. Where is it? This one. Okay, now we add the fade elements here. So that the text can be seen clearly. Okay, but at the same time, okay, we can adjust this fade layer. Okay, we can adjust the layer. Okay, or you can just click this show layers. Okay, you will see the layers. Okay, we can adjust this behind, lower the background. Okay, so that the condo won't be affected. Okay, the condo won't be affected. Okay, it will become like this. You see, we have fade elements at the back. Okay, but the condos still can be seen clearly. Can I understand? Can I? Later I call you to demonstrate. Can I? Janganlah. Okay. Okay, huh? Still learning today. Okay. No problem. Okay, so yeah, and this one is another scenario that we can use. Okay. Okay, so if you have any question first? Any question? Before we move to the next topic of today.
That's why you put the photo blur a bit one and put together into which one?
Image Blender. It's called Image Blender. Image Blender. The last one. You want me to demonstrate? Do you need me to demonstrate? Yeah, sure. Okay. Image Blender. Let's see. Okay, so let's say we have 2 images. Okay, you see like this image and this image. Okay, we have 2 images, right? Okay, but now we will never ever be able to blend it, okay, perfectly. Okay, but with Image Blender, okay. Okay, then now we can choose. Okay. Actually, we just need to blend one side. Can you see? Okay, this one we also add a little bit Image Blender in here. Okay. Okay. Now you can see 2 images can be blend, okay, very smoothly. Okay. Any question? Good, huh? Okay. So if there's no question for now, okay. So let's have a 5 minutes rest. Okay, you can go to the toilet. Okay, you can have some coffee if you want. Okay, and then we will come back at 12:05. Is that okay? Okay, 5 minutes break. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what will we be learning next? Okay, which is the part that I think is actually even more important than the first part, which is the how do you score well in graphic design? Okay, you can imagine this is like you are taking an assessment, or you are taking an exam. Okay, how do you score well? Okay, you must know the requirements. For example, when you are in university, you want to score CGPA 4. Okay, you want to score A+. Okay, you must know the rules of the game. Correct? Okay? So, in terms of design fundamentals, okay, this is what I have came up with. I suggest you all to take a photo of this because this one is in English version. Later I show Chinese version. Okay, because this one is I think the one and only one that ever existed. Because most of my students, okay, we want to improve as fast as possible. Okay, so throughout the years, okay, after I have taught multiple hundreds of students, I decided to come up with this. I think this is the most effective way for you all to learn. Okay, so it's very simple. Okay, but because before this you don't know about the rules of the game. Okay, after you master this, okay, then design for you is very simple. It's logical. For me, design is not a creative thing. It's actually a logical thing. Okay, so let's see.
Design is not creative,
It's actually logical. Really? Yeah, it's actually logical. For example, if you want to score 40 marks is a passing mark. Below 40, we will see first. Okay, 40 marks. The first one is called alignment. Alignment means that we need to make sure everything is neat. Okay, the keyword is neat. N-E-A-T, neat. For example, you can see in this slide, everything is nicely placed. You see, from horizontal, vertical, everything is neat. This one is just the passing requirements. If your poster is messy, for example, let me show you one. Okay, actually, I also have quite a lot of students who are also in the property industry. For example, this one is a poster. It's a cover photo, I should say. Okay, done by my students. Okay, and then this one is the original one. Okay, you can easily tell what's wrong with this. You can see this part here is not aligned at all. Not aligned at all. So we just do a little bit tweaks. Okay, a little bit adjustment. Okay, this one is before. See, very messy. After we do alignment, you can see what happened. Much neater, right? Alignment. Right, alignment. Okay, much neater. Actually, the content is all the same. Okay, you see, before and then after. Of course, alignment is just one of the part that we have adjusted. Okay, so okay. The first one is alignment, and then the second one is white space. White space means every element, they need to have space between them. Okay, for example, you guys are sitting together, you can't stick together unless you guys are very close. Okay, so for the same example, we can use it in the same example. Do you feel like this one, the first one, is it too squeezy? Is it too tight? Right? So we just give a little bit spacing, just a little bit spacing. Add a little bit spacing. You see, add a little bit spacing. Okay, you see, original one is so tight, it's so close to each other. Okay, but with just a little bit spacing. Okay, now it looks much cleaner, much neater. Okay, and then the third one is clarity. Clarity means the ability to read what the message that you want to convey throughout the poster. Okay, because when we do design, okay, the purpose of design is not to make something nice, it's to convey a message. Okay, for example, this one, they are conducting a training. Okay, so the message is about the training. Okay, the details of the training. So the first one, I totally cannot find which one is the topic, which one is the most important part, because everything is like quite messed around. But after we just adjusted, okay, the content is the same. Okay, we just adjusted a little bit. Okay, for example, the big topic, okay, project sales. Okay, not subcon, all project sales. Okay, unlock the basics. Subtopic. Okay, sharpen skills, seize opportunities. This one is the slogan. Okay, so different things we must have, different portion. Okay, the topic should be the largest one. Okay, subtopic. Okay, slightly smaller. Okay, slogan, not really that important lah. Just slogan lah. Okay, can even smaller. Okay, so sometimes for beginners, okay, we tend to make everything big because our intention is to, okay, bring out the message, right? Okay, but actually this will end the other way around. You see, everything big, wow, everything is big, but you see the result is not that good. Okay, so we have to have hierarchy, okay, clarity, okay, of the message. All right, and then okay, if you meet these 3 requirements, okay, okay. By the way, later we'll have some practical session. Okay, so later I will ask you to do one poster, simple poster. Okay, and then I will choose a few of you. Okay, and then the others will have to judge how many marks should we give to the person. Okay, quite fun, huh? So make sure you really learn, huh? Okay. 60 marks is called coloring. So color have a few tips. First, we cannot obey or we cannot go against a few scenarios. You guys can write down. First one is the festival. For example, Chinese New Year, what color should it be? Red. Okay. Hari Raya? Green. Okay. Deepavali? Purple, okay? Okay, if Christmas?
Green and red.
Green and red. Let's see. If you want to be too creative, oh, the Christmas tree I want to be blue color, oh, cannot. It will totally ruin the poster, no matter how good you are in design. Okay? This one is the base we cannot go against. The first one is festival. The second one is, okay, the second one is industry. Okay, for example, fast food industry, McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut. What colors?
Bright color.
Sorry?
Bright color.
Bright. Sorry. What is the specific colors? Red and yellow. Okay. For example, you can see eco-work. Eco-work, they highlight eco-friendly. Okay, eco-friendly. What color? Green. Because green similar to eco-friendly. Okay, and then technology. What about technology? Technology industry. You can see Twitter, Facebook. They love to use blue or dark blue also can. Okay, they used to love blue. Okay, blue color. And then, okay, this one is the second thing that we cannot obey. Okay, industry. Okay, of course, industry also based on your positioning. Okay, because you can see Facebook is blue, but if you use Xiaohongshu, red. Why? Because you know why? Because there's actually a psychology behind it. Through social media apps, you can see different colors. Okay, blue is because like they encourage you to use the app. Okay, use the app for a very long time. Blue looks more calmer. Okay, if you see like Shopee Shopee they use orange because they engage you to be brave to what? Brave to spend. Then they will earn more. Yeah, this is a psychology. Because you see orange, you will be happy. And you'll be happy, you will be like, never mind, today is Friday, thanks God it's Friday. Beli saja. Okay? And then after you beli, you will regret. Okay? So this is the colors. Okay. Beside festival, beside industry, another tips for color is you can base it on your products. Okay, and then the last one is you can base it on your branding. But this one is quite tricky. Okay, for example, what is the color of Starbucks? Green, dark green, right? Okay, but what if one day, okay, Starbucks, okay, they invented a limited edition drink, okay, called the strawberry drink. Okay, what do you think the poster's color should be? Pink. Strawberry, pink. Any other answer? Red and pink. Okay. Any other answer? But just now you said that the colors of Starbucks is green. But now we are using pink and red, which is opposite of green. Okay. Okay, let me give you a choice. Who will stick with their choices? Red and pink. Raise up your hand. Red and pink. Okay, who will think that the branding color of Starbucks, dark green, is more important? Raise up your hand. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, almost there. So, in this scenario, the correct answer is actually red and pink. Why? Because this one is a limited edition drink. The drink is more important than the branding already. Okay? But, okay, I give you another example. Chocolate drink, what is the color? Brown, chocolate color, brown. Okay? But, normally, you go to Mama. Okay? You want to order iced chocolate. What will you say to the waiter? Milo ice. Milo ice cacao, Milo ice dinosaur. Right? You won't say, I would like to have an iced chocolate. Right? Okay. Why? This time, Milo is actually a brand or a product. Milo is a brand or product. It's a brand, it's not a product. The product is called chocolate drink. Okay? But Milo is a brand. So you can see, when the branding is so powerful that it can brainwash people's brain. Okay, it can tell people that Milo is equal to chocolate drink. Okay, you can see that Milo will never use any color that is own color, which is green. You can see, if you still remember when back days, okay, in primary school or secondary school, when the Milo truck come, okay, if you still remember, the whole truck they will paint it green, whole truck, because their branding is already so powerful. Okay, you get it? Okay, so recap. Colors, first based on festival. Secondly, based on industry. Thirdly, based on products. Okay, for example, strawberry drinks are pink. Okay, and then fourth, based on your branding. Okay, get it? Okay, so and by the way, just a little bit tips. Okay, when we are choosing colors, okay, when we just now, why we need to highlight those four aspects or those four factors? Because if you don't have this kind of concept, you will choose colors based on your own preference. Okay. You will see like, okay, this color quite nice. Okay, this little bit yellow here, little bit blue there, little bit green here. Okay, which will happen to these students. Okay, see or not? I think here green okay now. Here orange, here white, gray, white. You can see this is what will happen if you don't have the concept. But so when you have this kind of concept, you will know. Okay, for example, these posters. Okay, actually for their branding, okay, you can see their logo is either yellow or red or orange. Okay, their logo. So when we are choosing colors, okay, we can just easily follow their branding colors. Okay? Just follow their branding colors, and then it's all done. Okay, and then the others just use white. Okay, why do we need to choose white? Why don't we use other colors? Okay, this leads to the third principle called high contrast. Okay, high contrast. Okay, so very simple. If your background is dark, then your words should be light. Okay, if your background is light, your words should be dark. Exactly. So easy or not? Now you can choose colors. Okay, so based on your first 4 colors, and then you just make sure that you have high contrast. Easy. Okay, really easy. You can see it. Okay, you see, and this one. Subway property colors is red, man. Okay, but there's no way I can paint the sky to red, because the sky is blue. It's already in our knowledge. The sky is blue. So you can see, because some beginners, they might fall into this trap. Okay, they will always stick to their logo color. But sometimes we call it in our memory, our sense, the common sense, okay, is more important than what color, okay, because you cannot choose your color based on your own feelings, alright? So now continue. Typography, which means text. Okay, actually just now I have covered a little bit of this. Okay, so basically, typography is very simple. Choose the font that has multiple thickness. Easy. Okay? You can have bold, okay, you can have thin, semi-thin, extra bold. Okay, so based on your requirements. Okay? So I would suggest in one poster, maximum just 2 types of font. Maximum just 2 types. Normally, for example, like this kind. Normally, okay, the things that need to be highlighted can be a little bit special. For example, okay, KL new launch, okay, Tropicana Grande. Okay, example, this one is the name of the project. Okay, in this scenario, yes, you can make it a little bit special, Tropicana Grande. Okay, but for the other like the normal details, how much is it, or how much square feet, how many rooms, okay, yeah, just use the normal text will do. Okay? Alright, let's continue. And then we go to balance. Okay, balance, okay, when we talk about balance, I always love to use a little bit example. Okay, for those who are using Apple devices, please put down your phone first. Okay, I want you all to recall the leaf in Apple logo. Is it towards left or towards right? Who thinks it's left? Raise up your hand. I don't want you to look at. Don't look. Leaf. The leaf, Apple leaf. Who thinks it's to the left, towards the left? Right. Raise up your hand. To the left. Okay, one. You think? Don't ever look at. Don't look at your iPhone, Okay. Who thinks it's the left? Raise. Don't think. Okay. Who thinks it's right? Raise up your hand. Right. Others? They're using the Apple logo. Right. The answer is right. Why? Because Apple, there's a bite in the logo, right? And then the bite is on the right hand side. That's why the leaf need to be on the right hand side, because it can balance out in terms of visual. Okay, so it's very easy to remember. Just remember the Apple logo. Make sure everything is balanced. For example, in this poster, you can tell that most of the content is on the left, and then the right hand part is quite empty, right? So this one is called visual imbalance. You will feel like very heavy on the left side, but right hand side very kosong. Okay, so we can just try to balance it out. You can see. Okay. All right. Yeah, congratulations. You guys are in the A category, 50 marks. Okay, 80 marks, we call it the first one, visualization. What do you mean by visualization? If you are able to use a real image, then use a real image. Okay, instead of just words, or use a similar icon. For example, this one, when it sticks out the time on the date, okay, the value, she didn't use any icon, related icon, so it will be not that readable. Okay, but when we added, okay, respective icon, time, date, okay, speaker, maybe location, okay, it will be very clear. Okay, the message conveyed will be really very clear. Or, for example, this one, okay, this one, for example, you say, okay, this project, okay, has MRT, okay, right underneath the condo, okay. But if you just set it up using the words, okay, maybe you put one point form. Oh, this one straight to MRT. Okay, people won't get that. People cannot imagine. Okay, near to MRT. What do you mean near to MRT? Okay, but when you put one MRT pictures in your posters, okay, then it will be very clear for people to see, to imagine. Okay, so if you can use this kind of real pictures, try to use it. Okay, if cannot, okay, try to use similar icons. Okay, for example, if you really notice, for example, just now, strawberry drinks by Starbucks. Okay, normally like this kind of posters, they will put strawberry fruits or slices around the posters. Okay, because people can get it, can feel it. Okay, this is called visualization. Okay, and then after visualization, we make sure you need to have layering. Layering can have 4 aspects. Okay, you guys can jot down. First aspect is big and small. Big and small. Okay, layering big and small. Some words must be big. Some words must be small. Okay, and when you make it big, make sure it is big enough. Okay, don't like just a little bit bigger. No, make sure it is big enough. For example, this one. When you need to be big, make sure it's really big, so that people can really know which one they should read first. Okay, and then big and small. Okay, big and small. Okay, and then the second aspect is thick to thin, from thick to thin. When you have big and small, make sure the thickness also changes. For example, this one, big and small. Okay, for example, this one, you see, yeah, there is the difference in terms of the. Okay, this one is bigger, this one is smaller. Okay, but it doesn't make sense actually. The big and small doesn't make sense because, for example, time and date. You see, time and date. Time and date is in the same category. Okay, but she decided to make it like different. This one is called, we call it 学不到位, 功夫不到位. The 功夫 is not there yet. Okay, like yeah, she understand because she understand like the basic logic. Okay, but she doesn't really get the meaning. Yes, exactly. Okay, so big and small. You see, big, medium, small. Really big difference, Okay, really big difference. And then, okay, just now big and small, thick to thin, and then dark to light, dark to light. Okay, for example, you can see the words that I'm using. Okay, actually there are 2 colors, from white colors to lighter white, from clear to light, from white to grey, I can say. Okay, this one is layering in terms of colors. Okay, and then the last one is from front to back. From front to back. For example, in these posters, okay, we can clearly see that the MRT is in front, okay, and then the condo is at the back. And or if you want to do, you can normally we can do one thing is we can, for example, let's say this one is the topic. Okay, sometimes we can hide some words behind the building. This one maybe it's not that suitable. Let me see. I have one example for you. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. The sample. Okay. You see that sample now? Okay. You can clearly see the layering because this details is behind the mountain. This one is specially designed so that it looks like 3D. Looks 3D, won't look flat. Okay, and you can see, right? This is the bottom part is like the nearest. Okay, from near to far. Near to far. Okay, this one is called layering. Okay, and this one, okay, for example, Samguna. This one is the topic, so it must be big enough. Must be big enough. Okay, example, and then the others like the details, okay, like the itinerary, okay, that one is can be small. And then normally bigger words will be bold, okay, will be bolder. Okay, and then others will be thinner. Okay, and then in terms of colors, you can see they are like faded out. Okay, do you guys know what? Okay, do you guys want to know how to do this actually? Okay, because in Canva, if you have used Canva before, you will notice that Canva wordings cannot achieve this actually. Okay, but let me teach you one of my secret tips for you. Bonus on this one. Okay, actually it's quite simple. You go to Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, and then it's simple because Microsoft PowerPoint can have gradient wordings like this. 1990. Okay, you can adjust it, but in Canva you cannot. Canva just can simple colors. So in Microsoft PowerPoint, you go to Shape Fill. I believe that most of you have used Microsoft PowerPoint before. Okay, text fill, sorry, gradient, more gradients. Okay, you just have to come to this part. Okay, and Microsoft PowerPoint, you can just adjust the colors. You can choose how many colors you want to match. Blending. Okay, so for example, I want to use this. Okay, very simple. You just copy. See here, you copy from Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, and then you go to Canva. You just paste it. Okay, and then it will be here. See? Okay, because this one is a little bit limitation like Canva. Limitation because Canva don't have this kind of feature for words. Also, if you want to achieve this kind of effects, okay, you have to use other applications. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Layering and consistency. Okay, what do you mean by consistency? Okay, consistency actually is very simple. Every details in your posters, in your design, okay, they have to share the same language. For example, you can see, okay, every corner, okay, in this slides, it's the same. Okay, the pattern is similar. Then this is called consistency. Okay, you don't suddenly hear, okay, for example, this one is like this. Okay, this one suddenly changed to like this. Suddenly changed like this. This one suddenly like this. Suddenly like this. Okay, you will see that. Why suddenly like this one like this? Why suddenly this one like this? Okay, of course this one is a little bit extreme, example. But it's the little details that really affects. Okay, it's really the little details. For example, you see, okay, this one is quite terrible. Let me see a little details. Okay, this one. Okay, the little details that you make sure that okay you achieve every of these aspects. Okay, for example, alignment. Okay, you can say, hey, this one alignment, align, but suddenly maybe okay over here suddenly not aligned. Just one box suddenly not aligned. I tell you, the difference will be big now. Even maybe this one is suddenly like this. Okay, suddenly like this. Okay, you see here. Just a slightly touch, just a slightly not aligned, right? Just a little bit not aligned, but it will affect the whole. This one is called consistency. You make sure everything is really consistent. Okay? And then, this one normally, most of the designers, they can achieve this. They can get a A, 80 is already A. Okay? But if you really want to score, like the genius one, A++, okay? Really want to score full, it will come to the marketing and branding part. What do you mean by marketing? Okay, because we recap again, the purpose of doing a poster is to convey the message. Okay, so in terms of marketing, there are a few tips because I'm also my background is also from marketing. First, is your target audience clear? Target audience. For example, for property, okay, you can have a lot of different audience. Some for investor, okay, some for self, they want to live it for themselves. Okay, some maybe target elderly. Some property maybe is more friendly to the elderly. Okay, some maybe is targeting those pet-friendly pet owners. You can see same industry, same property, same project, okay, but they can target different people, target audience. Second one is called the pain point. If your posters includes pain point, okay, it's more powerful. Then you just shouldn't say, oh, this one is very good, very good. This one, just buy that new project. But if you have the pain point, if you highlight the pain point, it will be more stronger. I think I want to share with you all one posters, which can have more insight for you. Okay. You guys see the poster on the right? Okay, this one is the posters of a supplement product. Okay. So actually, inside it, it consists of multiple marketing strategies. Okay. The first one. So sorry, it's in Chinese. So I try to explain. Okay. The first one, 倒头就睡不是梦. Okay. Which means you can just sleep immediately. Okay. After you have this supplement. Okay. Do you mind? I explain in Chinese, can? Can okay. 要用心 OK， 你看倒头就睡不是梦啊，这个是什么你知道吗？这个我们就在 end result。OK， 这就在 end result。OK， 而且我的用词很小心，这个倒头就睡。OK， 我不是写什么睡眠品质提升。OK， 你提升睡眠品质，人家听了没有感觉的。你用倒头就睡这样字啊，人家听我说倒头就睡，人家那画面感很清楚。OK， 那个就在 end result。然后中间这个大半夜睡不着，想吃药又担心这个就是痛点。我讲了我的产品之外，我还讲，我还挖你的痛点出来。你是不是半夜失眠？但是你又不敢吃安眠药因为安眠药可能有西药成分，你怕有副作用，这个叫痛点。OK， 然后下面这个呢，这是产品的 USP，Unique Selling Point。我的产品很特别，你不用冲水，不用泡水，不用吞那种颗粒的药。OK， 它是包装，它是一撕即可，一撕开就可以喝。OK， 然后它是天然的这个成分 ，OK， 里面没有任何的化学，这个天然的 ，OK。然后呢，下面就是 call to action 了，下面就 call to action 了。OK， 那如果要更强如果从 marketing 的角度来讲更强，下面还可以再加多一个是 urgency 的部分，比如说你在6月31号之前购买，我们有15%的折扣。那种事实不重要啦，人家所以但是你看啊 ，lot of designers they don't have this kind of sense because they are designers, they are not marketers. Okay? So if you yourself, because you guys are property agents, okay, when you are doing design, make sure you also think in terms of marketing aspects. Okay? Because there are a lot of new projects, especially in KL and Singapore, a lot of new projects. So what is the biggest unique selling point of your projects? Okay? What is the ideal target audience? Okay, because obviously a project is really not suitable for everyone. Okay, for example, most condominium that is valued over 1 million. And most of them, after 1 million, they are not that suitable for investment because it's too costly to cover up. Okay, 1 million, more than 1 million, mostly for themselves to stay. Or maybe you guys, or maybe the condo is pet friendly. Alright, pet friendly or what else? Okay, if your poster have this kind of USP, okay, you have a clear target audience, you can state out the pain point, their pain point. For example, their pain point is, okay, for example, my pain point is, I'm staying in the KL, in the mid area, in the most busy area, okay, at the pavilion, okay, KL pavilion. Of course, the condo near there is very expensive because it's like we call it the triangle, golden triangle. And of course, it's very expensive, but I work there. So let's say if you have a project that is maybe 1 MRT away from the golden triangle, and some more is maybe below 500K, okay? Then your pinpoint is very, very strong. Okay, you see, most people who is working there, okay, maybe they need to travel far away. Maybe they need to at least drive 2 hours or go back and forth. Okay, but let's say you have a new project. You say that, hey, are you tired of traveling 2 hours every day? Okay, now we have a new project for you. Okay, just 1 MRT station. Okay, straight from the condo to the golden triangle in KL. Okay, and it's 500K and below. Well, then this will be very, very powerful. Okay, so this one is from marketing aspects. Okay. So the last one is in terms of branding. So marketing and branding, to differentiate two of these. Okay, the most easiest way that I have concluded that is marketing is short term, branding is long term. Just like this. Marketing is short term, branding is long term. You want to build a brand, okay? It's not like, oh, I have a lot of cash. I spend 1 million in advertising, and then you can build out a brand. No, cannot. It really takes time. Okay, so, but why I say that branding is the last one, the hardest to achieve, is because I have worked with a lot of those who are selling like supplements or those who are selling products, like the skincare products. Okay, their marketing is very strong. They will say, oh, after you eat this supplement, okay, you can lose weight in 7 days. Okay, in terms of marketing, wow, very strong. 7 days of lose weight. But in terms of branding, they are actually ruining their brands. Because once customer bought from you once, okay, they won't bought from you another one more time, because you are actually cheating them. Okay? Because how come what kind of supplement products can lose weight in 7 days? Or they, I heard even some of them say, you can just eat whatever you want. Okay, you can just eat supper. You want to eat mama every day, also no problem. With my supplement product, you can eat everything you want, and then you will still keep losing weight. Not realistic at all. So marketing, okay, yeah, okay, good marketing, but not good branding. Yeah, so this one is what we can adjust lah. So no matter in the future, you are doing the design yourself, or maybe you have a designer, or maybe you are looking for a freelance designer. These are the aspects that you can judge for them. Okay, for example, alignment. Okay lah, mostly 40 marks is like, if the designer cannot achieve this, you can fire the designer. Okay? You can fire him already. Okay, because 40 marks is the most basic one. Okay, and then 60. 60 is where the most beginners, okay, will start. Like the colors. They want to put a lot of colors. Okay, because this is like a myth one. Then the typography, they love to use like the special one because they are still new to design. Okay, they make it 我们叫的 in Chinese we call it 自己做自己爽. They want to make it very fun design add this color, okay, this kind of font, that kind of font, but actually it ruins the design. Okay, and balance is it takes a little bit time to notice. Okay, for me I have one suggestion. Okay, if you want to achieve this 60 marks, okay, for example tonight 10 p.m. you finish the design. Okay, you don't post it to your social media directly. You go sleep first. Okay, the next day you wake up. Okay, you wake up. Okay, you do cleaning and everything. You switch on your laptop again, and then you charge based on this. And then most of the beginners, they will find out, oh shit, what is this? 6 because when we are before you sleep, okay, you have the mood. Okay, you have the mood to design. Okay, you feel like, oh, not bad Okay, when the next day you wake up, you say, oh my god, what is this? Okay, this is what I suggest you to do So you can do it earlier. Okay, and then the next day, or the next day, you can look it for multiple times. Okay, if you feel that something is wrong, I can tell you, definitely something is wrong. Don't try to cheat yourself. If you feel like, I feel like something is wrong, never mind. Maybe I just I just think too much. No, you didn't think too much. Something is really wrong. Okay, this is advice that I will give to beginners. Okay, and then 80 is where you have done this part. Okay, color. Okay, typography. Okay, you want to be more advanced. Okay, you want your poster to be more stunning, or visually stunning. Okay, you go to 80. And then 99 is like when you want to, okay, really go big. For example, those big brands, okay, big companies, they will highlight a lot in these two. Okay, because this is for them is basic. They have the money, they can hire the best designer. So they will put a lot of effort in this. Okay? So if you notice like the brands in like China, okay, they think of one slogan, okay, they can think it for a long time. For example, there's a slogan called 农夫山泉有点甜. Okay, have you heard of it? Okay, this slogan, maybe for this slogan they hire an expert, they hire an advisor for this, maybe cost millions already. One slogan only. Okay, this is where the big brands really fight this part, marketing and branding. Okay, but for us, they are still SME. Okay, we make sure we fulfill this first. Okay, all right. Okay, any question? Anything, any part not clear? If clear, later we will do some practical session. Okay, all right. Okay, now we move to the last part of the day, which is design SOP. So design SOP, just 3 steps. Just 3 steps. This is where the part I will say that, okay, just now who here thinks that, but just now I said the answer already. Okay, give me your most honest opinion. Who here thinks that design is a creative work? Raise up your hand. Most honest opinion, creative work. Ignore what I just said in front. Okay, raise up high. You want to raise up? Higher. Can I see your hands? Let me see your hands. You want to raise already? Okay. Then who here thinks that designing can be a logical work? Can have SOPs? That's it, it's already here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So yeah, I can still see most of you believe that it's still more to the creative side. Okay, but actually it can be a logical words. Why? Because we can have SOP for this. And can you imagine, for my standard, graphic designer at least have to finish 10 posters a day during his also working hours. At least 10 posters a day. For me, it's my standard. Okay? So then how can you achieve 10 posters a day? If everything you just based on your feelings, you are waiting for the kick to come, okay, you will never be able to achieve that. So actually we have our own SOPs. Okay? This is the SOPs that make me able to achieve 10, even 20 posters per day. Okay? First one is called benchmarking. Benchmarking is, I explain it. It's like you find good posters that you can refer to. Okay? In Chinese we call 对标. Okay? We have a good poster that we can refer to. Okay? And then second step is called analyze. You analyze what elements or what effects or what skill set have been used in that posters. Okay, I give you a real world scenario, real world example. Okay, if you want to cook fried rice, okay, fried rice. So we go to find one benchmark first. For example, I heard maybe Uncle Roger's fried rice very good. Okay, so Uncle Roger's fried rice is my benchmark. Okay, and then I go and eat. Okay, I go and find maybe at Barbie. Okay, I go and eat. I go and taste, and then I start to analyze. Use fried rice, maybe use some MSG. Okay, maybe use soy sauce. They have quite a lot of onions. They have quite a lot of this. This is called analyze. Okay, and then only the third part we call imitate. Imitate, in straightforward terms, is called copy, okay, but not really copy. We imitate from the benchmark. Okay, so where can we go and find benchmark for posters? Okay, this one is Chinese. So the first one is called ad library. Do you guys know about this? Ad library? Anyone know? Don't know any? Ad library? No, not sure. Okay. The second one is called Pinterest. Pinterest, no, Pinterest. Okay. So ad library is for you to see competitor. What ads are they publishing on Meta? Meta includes Facebook and Instagram. Yes. And then Pinterest. Pinterest is the largest ever platform on the world that especially in showcasing different, this one we call different designs. Yes. Okay. And the last one is, I think, for me, I really like the last one. It's in Chinese, but I'm trying to translate it. When we are scrolling through social media, okay, you just screenshot the posters that you think is good. Until today, I still have this habit. Let it become a habit. Because every day we'll go through social media, and then maybe not every day, but once you see, this poster not bad, screenshot it. Even if it is not related to your industry, maybe it's from other industry. Okay, but you just screenshot it because you can learn something from it. Okay? Okay, so now you guys can follow me. Go to your Google Chrome. Okay, and then you just search ad library. Okay, search ad library. Okay, this one is the interface. Okay, so you can choose here. Okay, Malaysia ad category, you choose all ads. Okay, everyone can follow all ads. Okay, then here there are two ways to search. Okay, you search by keyword or you search a specific advertiser. Okay, what does it mean? For example, I search property. Okay, property is a keyword. Okay, then you can see a lot of advertisers, different platforms. You can see, okay, from different Facebook page. Okay, and then you can see their ads. What ads are they running? Okay, their copywriting. Is it video? Is it posters? Okay, we can see. Okay, you can see a lot of ads. This one is search by keyword. If you want to search by a specific page, for example, Viva Homes. Which one is your page? Which one? Viva HQ, example HQ. You can see a Viva Homes. I can see what ads are you running. You can see specific page. Okay. So no secret here, lah. Okay, you can see everyone. Okay. For example, we search. Let's say we search IQI. Okay. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is a little bit slow. Okay, you see IQI, they are running 45 ads, 45. And then you can see what ads are they running, what USP are they, what are they mentioning. You can see their ads, you see. Okay. Oh, you see, okay. I got to buy business class with IQI. For example, this is just an example. Okay. You can search your competitors. For example, Sunway Property. 150 results because they are very big. Okay, so you can see Sunway is a public listed group, so you can see. For example, this one. USD very clear. This is a pet-friendly condo or pet-friendly condo. Very cute, very cute. Okay. This one is called Evergreen. Okay. Everyone, okay? Yep, can catch up, huh? Okay, we go to the second platform called Pinterest. Okay. Pinterest is okay. You see, ad library is more to the marketing side. Okay, you can really see what ads are they using, what copywriting are they writing. Okay, are they using posters? Are they using videos? Okay, that one is for marketing side. Okay, but in terms of creative side, okay, Pinterest is better because Pinterest is really can inspire your creativity. For example, this one. This one is a sun care product. Okay, so instead of just put what is your ingredients and everything like that. Okay, you can see it's a very creative way to convey the message. You see, sun care. What do you think? It's like a sheets to your skin. Okay, but this one looks very creative, very nice, okay, but in the reality, this kind of maybe the ads cannot convert. The ads, advertising, the ads, maybe they publish this as an ads, maybe on Facebook. Okay, normally this kind of ads a little bit hard to convince people. Okay, this one is like for branding purpose only. This one a little bit hard to convince people because too high quality. Okay, it's a little bit far from us. You can feel the distance, right? Okay, so you see, I have relatives. Okay, yes, selling motorcycle parts. okay, on Shopee. You know what he tell me? He said, he purposely made his design, his poster, looks very cheap. Because because normally like they ride motorcycle, they don't really care about the design. They don't want to know how luxury is it. It's more about like how worth it is it. Okay, so because especially on Shopee. On Shopee we just see the price only, man. Okay, so he purposely designed the poster to look cheaper, okay, but in order to have a higher conversion. Okay, so but I think it's the best like if we can balance the both. Yeah, we need to have some ads to convert, okay, but sometimes we also need to have some for the branding purpose or for branding purpose. Okay, so this one is SOP. So we find this. Okay, so just now we back to the SOPs. So we can do benchmarking, analyze, and imitate. Okay. Should we do some homework now? Can. Okay, now very easy, Later, okay, I will just choose one people, so let's see who is the lucky one, Okay. I want you all to, you can do it in groups, maybe 2 person together, okay. I want you to go to Add Library, okay, and then choose a poster as benchmark, and then try to copy it, try to imitate it, okay. For example, maybe you can take IQI, maybe you can take Sunway, maybe you can take Sam Darby, or I believe that you will know your competitor more than me, Okay, and then now is 1:16. I will give you like 20 minutes. Okay, maybe around 1:40. Okay, we will discuss it together, and then maybe I will choose 1 to 2 groups together. You guys can 2 person or 3 person in one group, or you want to be alone also can. Okay, you want to be alone also can. Yeah. Okay. 20 minutes. Okay. So if you have any question, okay, you can ask me. Okay, I will go around. Okay, so I will try to answer your questions. Okay. 什么问题啊？什么？来。哦，这个来，你放下，你放下。
其实我是想要出去的。
啊？
我要出去。
哦，你要出去聊噻？OK， 来，我解答好。OK， 这个OK， 这个你 post 在哪里 ？Facebook 还是？哦，在那边，哦，这样快啊。OK， 上面这个就做很好哦。哦，小红书啊。小红书你要很小心这个。
不用哦，
直接中。OK， 这个不能哦。然后。
就要delete掉。
一定要delete掉，电话号码也不要，他直接这个是他的游戏规则咯，所以
所以我直接 crop 掉这里就可以 post。
对，然后你看OK， 我觉得你的OK， by the way， OK，remember our benchmark remember remember this OK, I put this in front refer to this. Later we will judge by this not by feelings You like this guy, I give him 100 marks. No OK 好，你看我们跟着这个OK， 你看基本上你的画面感都 OK 然后颜色也 OK， 都很统一但是如果我们讲你要到99分它这个呢就稍微缺了一点点东西OK， 比如缺了一点东西，对，比如说 TRX TRX 对我来讲是很不会听。这样你能不能对拉水的感觉然后你能不能放出它的每个月的工期是多少？尽量不要，我建议你们都做 property 你们不要放总价钱出来，因为你总价钱会吓到人。比如说你放这个屋子2个million会吓到人，但是如果是你的出租，可能每个月多少钱，这样子你就知道要放钱，然后你的这个 details 还不够多比如说你的 USB。你的卖点，比如说它就是要现在是怎样的？可能5分钟到 TRS 还是什么？ 还是5分钟到平均5分钟到
零包入住，
啊？
零包入住。
可以啊，零包入住就是福利分那种啊，零包入住这个词很好啊，这个词很好 ，OK， 然后这个你可以想啊，零包就是我身为一个找这租房的人，我会想要知道什么？最好是在我还没有来问你之前，你就能解答我的问题。
几个房间呢？
几个房间？对对，几间厕所？对对对。然后福利分，然后有没有包水电费？还是没有的话就不用写了。这个很小心。OK。
这个我们要讲评价，比如说要到几点？我们要怎样知道？哦，跟着这个了。
你的对齐有做到，你是往居中对齐的 ，OK。然后white space 就是你的空间，我觉得有 OK， 它不会太密集哦 ，OK。然后 clarity OK， 全部照片清楚 ，OK， 自己读得清楚。color 我觉得你选的还 OK 啦，选的还 OK。然后呢，typography 给我的话，可能我会直接用更简单的文字。
简单啊。
更简单的文字。
公益去住，包入住。
没有，我是讲他们那个字的形状，因为它这个是比较艺术一点的，但是看这个还 OK 的，影响不大。balance 也 OK 了，整体看起来是 balance 咯。OK， 然后 visualization 有了 ，OK， 使用上面layering 有 consistency 有 OK， 那就是可能就差一点点那个99分那边。然后呢？对。就是你的，好像是我，你有没有站在顾客的角度去思考？
哦，他们会想要什么？
对，这个是很多人他还要去下功夫的地方。然后呢，如果你要做小功夫，可以跟你介绍多一个网站，叫做搞定视频。有用过吗？搞定视频？有听过吗？搞定.com。这个哦，这个它很适合做华语海报。然后里面海报很高级，要给钱，比开报还要贵，可以投资啦，我很喜欢用这个。它里面哦做这么很高级，真的很高级，很高级。但是
我是上网看小红书或者是
小红书的部分，
小红书是
对，这里找小红书哦。真的是很小红书，小红书，
可是要钱，
不贵的，1个月10块钱。很小红书的，真的很小，看到。Okay, class. So, any one of you have any question after all of the 3 topics that we have covered today? Okay, if you have any question, please raise up your hand. Okay, any question? Okay, take some time. Okay, to recap, to conclude what we have learned today. Okay, any question? Any questions in terms of? Okay, in terms of let's have a look just now what we have learned. Okay, so this one is the benchmark for a good design, right? So I believe that from alignment, okay, white space clarity, okay, to colors, typography, balance, and then we have visualization, layering and consistency, and then hopefully we can achieve a marketing standard and branding standard, okay, posters, okay. So and then we have talked about the design SOP, okay. So the easiest way, the fastest way to finish design is to find a benchmark, okay, analyze the benchmark, okay, and then try to imitate it, okay. So basically that's all for our content of today, okay. So if you all have, any one of you have any question, you may raise up your hand. Yeah, sure.
I wanted to ask about the magic expand.
The magic expand, okay.
Because as I saw just now from the presentation, it's like you feel like you're using the image from inside the Canva. But what if we're using our own upload image?
I see.
So if
Yeah.
if it can expand the thing or
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, that's a really good question because just now when I was demonstrating, I was using the image in Canva, right? Okay, so now let me let's say I upload one of the photos. Okay, let's see what photos do I have. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me simply choose one photo. Okay. For example, I have this photo right here. Okay. This is uploaded by myself. Okay. So maybe I want the left part just her right hand is already been cropped. Okay. So let me try to expand it. You just drag the corner, okay, and then you click expand. Okay, let's see. See? It doesn't matter if you are using the photos inside Canva or you are using your own photo. Okay? Get it? Okay. Any other question? Yeah, very good question because this one is the first part before our break. Okay? Any question? Yes.
So for the layering, right?
Layering.
Yeah. The words, right? You said it's better than 大到小 or 小到大。Exactly. It is better. 大到小或小到大 is better.
Okay, so basically his question is, thank you for the question by the way. It's a very good question. So his question is, when we are doing layering, if we want to achieve layering, okay, our words we have to have a big and small in terms of the wordings, okay. But whether we should go from small to big or big to small, right? It's a good question. It really depends on the sentence of the topic. Okay, for example, let me show you an example. Okay, for example, normally, okay, the most traditional way, okay, the topic will be at the top, okay, and then we call it the content will be at the bottom. So normally the topic will be the biggest one, okay, but let's see, just now we have an example here. Okay, this one is a little bit special. Okay, well, this one is unlike the normal one. Okay, this one is because this one is for a travel agency. Okay, so if you want to be, we call it think out of the box. Okay, you see, we can have the itinerary. Okay, the details. Okay, how many days, what are the places that we will be going. Okay, at the top part, and then only at the bottom part, we say that, oh, where are we going? We are going to Sampurna. Okay? So, it really depends on your scenario. Okay? Whether you want to go the traditional way. Normally, at the traditional way, this will be on top. This will be on the bottom. But, actually, there's one reason why I chose to put this on top. Okay? You know why? You want to guess?
You mean the wording, the details put on top?
Yeah, why I don't want to choose the traditional way? Normally we will put it at the bottom and then the topic on the title on the top.
Because the C has a wider space.
Yes, exactly. Good job. Hey, give her a round of applause. Yes, she gets the message because I don't want to cover the beautiful sea. That's why just now we have a friend said that when he looked at this, feels like I want to jump into the sea already. Yeah, because I don't want to cover the sea. Yeah, so that's the reason. Okay, any other question? Yeah.
Can guide again how to use QR code to
Or how to generate QR code?
yeah, how to create the QR code again because
Okay,
it's
no
not
problem.
missing.
I see. No problem. Okay, so for example, this one. Let's say we need to create a QR code here. Okay. So first of all, we need to go to the left side. Okay, we find apps.
Apps.
ads, and then we search for QR code.
QR code. No need QR code generator, no need.
No need, just QR
QR
code.
code.
Okay, and then we just choose the first one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then we enter the URL. URL can be your WhatsApp link.
WhatsApp link.
Yeah, maybe you have a website. Alright.
Any social.
Social media link, yes, maybe you have a Facebook page. Okay. Okay, so let me just anything. For example, my own. Okay, and then you just press generate code. Right, and then it will be like this. Then you can just put it here. Right? Okay, did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay. Try to recap. Okay, because the more you ask, okay, the more you will get. Okay? Any questions? Right? So if you don't have any other question, okay. Okay, so I would like to share with you all, okay, one last bonus for you all. Okay, for those who wait until the end. Okay. Most of you, when you advertise, you are in Chinese or in English. Chinese are your target audience, mostly Chinese. Okay. You can go to your room. Okay. You can search for one platform called gaoting.com. Okay. The full name is called Gaoting Shiji. Okay. You can search for gaoting.com. This one is the secret recipe for those who stay until the end. Alright? So in this platform, okay, you can really find, okay, you can really see stunning, very nice, okay, very visually stunning templates. For example, let me show you. Okay, you can see the template is way better, way nicer, way amazing than Canva. You can see. And especially if you are advertising on the platform called Xiaohongshu, you can find a lot of Xiaohongshu style poster here. You can see. Okay? Or maybe you are doing for recruitment, or in Chinese terms we call it 招商. Okay, we can search the term here. Okay, and then we search. Okay, you will find a lot of stunning templates here. You can see way nicer than Canva template, and it's all in Chinese. Since mostly your target audience is Chinese. Okay, you can see. There are a lot of posters. For example, Chinese New Year, 春节. Okay. You can see, very nice, very professional. Very professional. Maybe like just a few weeks ago, 端午节, okay, you can see, wow, very nice. Okay, or maybe Mid-Autumn Festival, 中秋节. Okay, and then it's just like Canva templates. Yes.
Then
How to use it? It's like Canva templates. Yeah.
I just click on try to edit.
Yes, exactly. But it needs to have. You need to have the. What I want to say is like it is a little bit more expensive than Canva. Because Canva you can buy from Shopee. This one cannot buy from Shopee. Okay, but the templates are really nice. Okay, you can see it's really nice. But one thing to remind you all is the size, because for Chinese apps, like WeChat, Weibo, QQ, okay, they have what we call. They are used to this kind of very long Yeah, they are very useful. But for us, we are using Facebook, Instagram, okay, WhatsApp, okay. So we can adjust the size over here, okay, and right part of this. We can adjust the size, okay. Like what I recommend, we choose the square one, okay, the square one. Okay, we choose it the square one, and then we just slightly adjust it. Okay, we just slightly adjust it. Okay, it's like adjust it to square. Okay, maybe and then you just put your logo. Okay, maybe you put your own QR code. Okay, and then maybe you can see what do you want to adjust. Okay, you can see the font is really special. Okay, Canva won't have this kind of font. Okay, Canva won't have this kind of font. Okay, and then you can do a lot of special effects here. Okay, for example, when I have a font, okay, you can go to the 特效, which is special effects here. Okay, there are a lot of special effects here. I want to make it 3D or like a really special one. Okay, or this one maybe. Choose the color. Okay. This one is a little bit of bonus for you all. Okay, bonus for you all. Okay, but why I don't want to show this earlier, because I want you all to want you all to really learn the fundamentals, the basic first. Okay, we all learn the basic first. Okay. All right. So, where is it? Okay. So let us do a simple test for you. Okay. Any question? No more question. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, just a little bit of test. What is the proportion of primary color? Primary color is called the main color. Okay, the main color should be 60. Alright, good. Okay, and then okay, let's do a simple recap of today's lesson. Okay, so we have learned the Canva basics, okay, those elements, the apps, okay, AI, okay, those are Canva basics. And then, we have learned the design fundamentals, okay, how to score well, how to design well, okay, and then we have learned the design of screen. So, I want you all to do the recap together. Okay, let's see, try to recap, try not to look at the notes, or try your best. Okay, so we have two dashboards in Canva. One is homepage, one is Canvas. Exactly, good job. Okay, and then we have 8 tools. Try not to look at the left, try to remember. They have design, and then elements, okay, and then text, and then upload, okay, and then apps, and then brand, and one last one, object, okay, projects, right? Okay, and then there's one more, it's called draw, tools of draw. Okay, initially it's called draw, but recently it changed the name to tools. Okay, so good job. Okay, so we do a simple recap. I forgot the most important one.
Color.
Oh, okay, it's here already. Yes, this one is color. Okay, what about this? Ikimas. Alignment. Layering, good job. And visualization. Sorry, alignment is not here, sorry. Oh, yeah, visualization. Visualization. One more. Consistency. Yes, consistency. And what about if we really want to score well?
Branding and marketing.
Yes, exactly. Branding and marketing. Okay. By the way, for example, if let's say we have this kind of a lot of elements together. Okay. One thing we can do is you right click, and then there's this one called space evenly. Okay, we can press tidy up, and then it will help you to tidy up everything. Okay, and so we want to align elements. Alignment is one of the requirement. If you want to align and you want to check, we can use these elements, use this function to help you align. See, help you align all together. Okay. Okay, what about the SOP? First one is event marketing.
Analyze.
Analyze. Good job. Alright. Okay, good job. Okay, so yes, give you all a round of applause. Okay, nice. Okay, now it's quiz time. Okay, please take out your phone. Then you will scan this QR code. Okay, I believe there are a few questions inside. Please take your time to answer. Okay, and then just let me know if you have finished answering. Okay. I will also be able to check your response. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Look at the question carefully. Okay. Okay, let me know if you have submitted it. Hey, try to answer it by yourself. Try not to discuss with your friends. Okay, I can see your scores. Okay, done. Okay, thank you. Okay, I can see your answers. Okay, good job. Good clap. Again. Done? Finished? Submitted? Okay? Alright. Okay, anyone hasn't submitted yet? No, everyone has submitted. Okay, good job, good try. No worries. I know this, some of you it's the first time for you to learn design. Okay? I believe that you have learned, at least you have learned something today, right? Okay? So, our next topic will be hands-on design workshop. So, just now we have learned a lot of theories. We have learned a lot of skills, okay, but we haven't really go to the hands-on part, the practical part. Okay, so of course, after we learn this, we need a lot of practice. Okay, trying to practice, but this time when we are practicing, you are not just doing simple posters. You are not just doing without any idea. Okay, so remember when you are practicing, always refer to this. Right? Always refer to this. Okay? Always refer to this. Alright? Okay. So, if there are no questions, okay? I will say thank you for listening. And please, at the end, give all of you a big round of applause. Thank you for your